Hello everyone, Rick McKinley with the Micro News and MSI. Well, what you see behind me is the old gold medal flour mill on the north side of downtown Minneapolis. This burned down historically quite a while ago, and what remains are just some walls and a new museum that's attached to it. Maybe you haven't seen the national headlines, but RMIC, the national mortgage insurer, also crashed and burned recently, and Fannie Mae will no longer purchase loans insured by them. So if you have a loan that has an MI cert from RMIC, and you haven't funded or closed that loan by August 1st or before, you'll need to obtain a new MI cert from another insurer. Now, in other news, the recent debt ceiling negotiations and bad economic data have driven mortgage rates lower and refinance applications higher, but we all know that this type of an environment also encourages post-application rate shopping. And MSI doesn't want you to lose your customers just because they're trying to get a little bit lower rate. So here is the most current MSI rate renegotiation policy. MSI will permit a rate renegotiation under the following terms. First of all, there must be a minimum of a 1-point price improvement to the original rate's pricing. Secondly, the rate must be lowered at least 1/8%. The premium or yield or borrower credit, whatever you want to call it, will not be increased. Refinance loans must be within 15 days of disbursement. Only one renegotiation per loan is permitted. In other words, you've only got one arrow in your quiver, so use it wisely. The new expiration date on refinances will be the earlier of the current expiration date or 15 days from the renegotiation date. Purchases will have the same expiration date as their original lock. Now, the price of the new rate will be determined by the current market minus 3/8 in price, but remember, you can never exceed the original price. The pricing from the same lock period as the original lock will be used to compare market movement. Now, renegotiation requests may be emailed to msipricing@msiloans.biz, and a couple of important notes. First, extensions on renegotiated loans are permitted by exception only, and secondly, with relocks, once a renegotiated lock expires, the renegotiated terms are lost, and the rate and price will be at worst case, and that's original lock, compared with current market conditions. And now it's time for a few MSI housekeeping items. Essent is now RMIC's replacement as one of MSI's approved MI companies. Who is Essent? Well, essentially, they're an amalgamation of experience from all of the big mortgage players. They secured big name investor funding, and they purchased Triad Guarantee's MI software platform. You can also see the remaining approved MI companies for MSI in our seller guide. Now, a reminder to those of you closing loans in Illinois with a power of attorney. Make sure that you're in full compliance with Illinois Public Act 96-1195 effective July 1st, 2011. You will want to seek legal advice in order to ensure full compliance. Subject properties which were short sales require a full appraisal. And finally, USDA condos and PUDs may now be underwritten by sellers that have delegated authority. However, condos must be VA or FHA approved, and PUDs must meet FHA guidelines. Well, that's it for this week's Micro News. Thanks for watching. By the way, we are really interested in your comments. If there are things that you'd like to see, maybe a question that you'd like to ask, we would love to respond. Make sure to make a comment below this post, and we will do our best to incorporate your question into another video. Have a great week. We'll see you next time.